And we are not live. Well, we are live, but I forgot to plug in my stream now. All right, we're live. As soon as I get in here, Musty Sponges, thank you for the subscription. Welcome in, everybody. It's another Tuesday night cooldown. We're hanging out, we're chilling, we're rocking, maybe with our cocks out. For those of us that don't have cocks, we're not rocking with our cocks out. We're just rocking. Rocking with our stocks out. Rocking with our, I don't know, whatever. JC in the chat says first, JC. Welcome in. Jose Taco gets in second, says hail. What's going on, Jose Taco? Always one of the first people to jump in here. I appreciate you. Paulo Monopoly says, woo! 30 seconds ago was wild, bro. Hey, we're doing it. Why is this piece of my hair sticking out? What's going on here? Emily Kruger says, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Emily. Always a beacon of positivity. Appreciate you being here. Scotty doesn't know, says, yo, what's going on? How are you and Fiona? JC says, I can never have enough Beardo joke super chats in my life. Bro, my head is hurting from all of those Beardo super chats. The one that got me the worst at the end was how somebody was like, Beardo, you're okay. Just kidding. You're gay. And I was like, dude, that's wild, man. Apollo Monopoly says, tonight's smoking game, I'm taking a rip every time it says, that's wild, bro. Well, you're going to be high as fuck by the end of this stream. The Wayfarer says 199. Welcome in, the Wayfarer. Steel Leg of History, what's going on, buddy? Says, hello, how are you doing tonight? Be blessed. I just hit 495 subs. Today, 5 more to go. Can't believe I'm that close now. Go check out Steel Leg of History. He is grinding. He's putting in the work. Let's get him to 500. I want to brag about getting somebody to 500, all right? I want to be able to brag that I helped somebody get to 500. Not take credit for his hard work, but I mean, I just want to be able to brag and be like, see, Jeremy, you're not the only one that can do awesome things for people because they deserve, you know, whatever. Anyways. Ben Enrico says, what do you mean it keeps spinning? Oh, I fell off. No. Disappears at 700 or 65,000 miles per hour. Yeah. I'll see you later, Binary Recoil. It's like a table shelf. We're just spinning on it, you know? Gay Carpenter says, hail, chat. What's going on, Gay Carpenter? JB says, I'm not going to brag, but I'm a member and kind of a big deal. Hey, listen, all my members are awesome. I appreciate you if you are a member. If you want to become a member, I also appreciate you. If you're not a member, I appreciate you. But I appreciate my members a little bit more. The meek shall inherit the earth. I'm going to change that from meeksters to just the meek. But we got to change. I forget to change it because I'm lazy. Bruce says, hey, welcome in, man. Charles Devane says, hail. What's going on, Charles Devane? Welcome in, man. Ticklerton over on Kick. Welcome in, Kick audience. I appreciate you too. Apollo Monopoly says, bless whoever gifted me this membership because I know my broke ass didn't buy it. That's all right, man. Disper says, I've got chicken grease in my mole, which is different than the soul. Like now I imagine it's a mole, like a pet mole, and he feeds it chicken grease. That's what I'm imagining. Chicken nuggets in my hole. That's wild. JC says, Disparu, it's past your bedtime. Disparu has no bedtime. Disparu is not constrained by the needs of mere mortals. He doesn't need to sleep. There's a Disparu here that does not sleep. Disparu is Muslim squirrel PFP, right? That's actually a ninja squirrel though. Disparu says, I woke up at 8 p.m. I think 8 p.m. your time. What is that? 8 p.m. your time is, hold on, I gotta figure this out. I'm really bad at math. 2 p.m. our time, or my time. I don't fucking know. Is it your time to believe in Joe Hendry? I mean, I shouldn't. I don't know if I should do that or not.
Say his name and
no,
he appears.
no,
I believe
no, stop. Can-Man says, yo, Mike in chat. What's up, Can-Man? Welcome in. Ticklerton says, return to the mic. It's a goddamn conspiracy. It always is. It always is. That's a nice loading screen you got there, Mike. Well, thank you. Shout out to my buddy Don Gaming Live for getting that set up for me, man. Disparate creature of the night, yeah. Mike believes in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is going for the NXT title. That's true, he is. He's working his way up. Den Hawkins says it's way better than the Trump Elon elevator music. I didn't even hear it. I tried to join it at one point, and I couldn't even get in, so I was like, fuck it. Scotty doesn't know says, yo, again. Welcome in, Scotty. Cellular Dream over on Kick. What's going on? With a butt shake and then Pepe looking at the shaking cheeks. So Miss Rough Night says, hello, hello, hello. What's going on? Kamikaze says, jam out with the clam out. I respect that. Dingus says, sup, everybody. Welcome in, Dingus. Gay Carpenter says, yeah, the bad thing about that bumper music from Trump Elon is going to get used and I pooped on the YouTube videos. I'm sure it is. The Gaming Zone says, you're... Roblox head Leslie Headland says, what up, Epic Mike? How you doing? Sissy84, hey, Epic Meek. Do you try to keep up with the chat on Tuesday night's main event? I try to sometimes. It's hard to keep up with that chat. It's so fucking fast. And I'm also looking at it on StreamYard and also looking at super chats and stuff, so it's hard to, I don't keep up with it as much as I'd probably like to. So if there's stuff going on or you guys say stuff, I probably don't always see it or rarely see it. My Creative Arsenal says, salutations chat, here to listen and lurk, just saying hi. Hi Mike. Hi My Creative Arsenal, welcome in. I'm still laughing at the Mayo joke though. That was wild. The joystick Beardo joke got me, dude. They were coming after him tonight. Rose says, hi Mike. Hi Rose, welcome in. Yeah, already that high, but going higher. Just sailing. Hey, Steel Like History, let us know when you hit 500, man. Kamikaze says, step 1, wake up. Step 2, shit. Step 3, get out of bed. That's the Amber Heard book of success. So what's going on, Rough Night? Hey, Z Highness, welcome in. She wears underwear with dick holes in them. I gotta find that clip, bro. What's up, iRock backwards? Vex Fears over on Kick. What's going on with the licking goat? Appreciate you. JB says, hey, I fell asleep last game stream. Did you beat that boss? Trick question. I know you did. Damn, that hurts. Cuts deep. I didn't even get close. Tommy Patriot says, yo, well, that's not true. I did get kind of close. Azra Tsushima says, vulnerabilities found in voting machines with no time to fix it by November. Shit's already starting. It's the next step, man. Epic Mike, we're -5 GMT. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of those words mean, those numbers. Mike, don't forget that Mesmer can't hurt you if you believe in Joe Hendry. That is not true. He fucked me up. He did not give a fuck about Joe Hendry at all. All he cared about was beating the shit out of me and ignoring all of my, Black Knife Tish as much as he could. West Response says, what the fuck is wrong with Savvy? She's incredibly based. This is what happens to women that get incredibly based. So, all right, I'm skipping down. There we go. Lord Bolton says, happy 500 subs to Steel Log of History. The meme counts have answered the call for aid. Thank you guys so much for getting him there. What's up, Crimson says, I just woke up. Welcome in, buddy. Beardo's mastering his joystick guy. Oh, no, bro. I went easy on Beardo tonight and didn't comment. That was very kind of you. 502! That's what's up, Steel Log of History. You made it. Well, I'm very, very happy for you, bro. Anthony Rodinelli says, what's up? First time watcher. Well, welcome in, Anthony. I appreciate you being here. It's a good name. It's a good name. Cody T says, the best one was Beardo wipes his butt even when he doesn't poop. Bro, that shit was wild, man. I was choking and dying. What's up, Dirty Jersey? Welcome in, buddy. Shick74 says, hello, Beardo's homeless bathroom is a pickle jar. No. I am JMS. Says, sup, what's going on? RCP Musique says, I don't make fun of people's appearance, but Jeremy, who is a homosexual, is a very unattractive person. God, dude. JB says, Elden Ring boss here. Hey, Mike, when you gonna man up and fight me? Listen, I manned up and fought Mesmer, and he kicked the absolute living shit out of me. It was embarrassing. I was sad. Yeah. Me bumba. Apollo Monopoly says, AI chat summary. The chat is discussing Beardo being homeless, thieving, deranged, window-licking crackhead who eats feces recreationally. That's crazy, bro. Atomic Patriot says, G&G has Alphabet Mafia representation. Beardo, Ben, and Jeremy. That's crazy. Smoky One Kenobi says, hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, Tuesday night's Cooldown. So if you guys are new here, every Tuesday after Tuesday night's main event, I do a little stream, a couple hours. We just hang out, talk about things. Talk about if you guys have any topics that we didn't get to talk about Tuesday night's main event, you guys can bring them up here. We can have discussions. I will rant and talk about random shit. I have a couple topics pulled up. We'll see if we actually even get to those. It's mostly just a hangout stream because I like doing that and I like enjoying talking to people. As much as I enjoy gaming, and I do a lot of gaming on this channel, I also just really enjoy talking to people, and so yeah, that's super entertaining. So yeah, man. All right, we're gonna get into the first topic here in a second. All right, let me pull this up. Oh shit, I actually want to pull this up too. All right. This shit's wild. Okay, I'm gonna start this up first. All right, listen. you guys understand, like, I just want to like talk about this. This is just like a cool video I found on the internet. But our buddy Lethal Lightning, he's an Australian. He has a theory. He has a vendetta against the ocean. He wants to drain the ocean. He wants to get rid of it. What's up, our Buffalo Trace? Welcome in. I don't know when they said Beardo watches Brokeback Mountain on his hands and knees broke me. That was, dude, that was killing me too. Magic Meat killed me last night. That was funny. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that because I was sad, bro. What do you think about the state of JRPG games? In my opinion, they have been the most affected by the woke BA. What are JRPG games? You have to explain to me what that is. Because I probably know what they are if you explain what the hell they are, but I just want to talk about this because this popped up in my timeline and it scares the shit out of me. Sean Astin beta man of the year. No, actually, this is like a real scary thing. This is a video that somebody that popped up on my timeline. Check this shit out. Oh, we're not gonna listen to the music, bro. This is a ship on the ocean, bro. This shit is scary as fuck. Could you imagine being in a ship that's doing this? Like, I get why people go to like the ocean and why people like do things. I get why people go on boats. But like, imagine you're on like a giant boat that weighs like, you know, 27 tons, and that giant boat like gets hit by water that like throws it almost vertical up in the air. I just don't understand, bro. That shit scares the fuck out of me. I am terrified of the ocean. Like, that's actually one of my like most scary, like fearful moments, is like being in the middle of like water somewhere where I can't do anything. And like, if I land in the water, I just done. Like, that's it. You're done. Like, what are you going to do? Like, I know somebody, I'm not calling them out specifically, but I just think it's interesting concept. Like, I know somebody that's like more terrified of like space. They're like, yo, being in the vast empty vacuum of space would be terrifying. And I get that concept, but I think I'd rather be in the vast emptiness of space, knowing that like I'll die, you know, I'll run out of air and all that stuff, than I would to be in the middle of like the ocean surrounded by water. I know maybe you could survive the ocean. You probably have a better chance. Well, no, not probably. You definitely do have a better chance of surviving in the ocean than you would in like space. But it still scares the shit out of me. Now imagine a Great Lakes rogue wave snaps that ship in half. Yeah, that's the thing. I live in Michigan, and we have the Great Lakes here, and they're not oceans. But like Lake Superior takes ships down all the time. It's terrifying. I kind of get why people want to drain it. I get why Lethal wants to drain the ocean, bro. It's scary. Ben went live. Is he live right now? Ooh, I could stream snipe Ben. I shouldn't, should I? Let's see how Ben is doing. Okay? It's not about stream sniping Ben. It's just about checking in on our dear friend Benology with 2 Ys. You know, he's at 669 subs. He's playing Overwatch. Okay, he says Overwatch 2 makes me cry. Let's see if we can get Ben to cry live on stream. Let's check him out over here.
Beardo in the chat telling me I owe Dan $40. Well, my chat better start sending super chats, otherwise I won't be able to pay Dan his $40. Just gonna grift like Jeremy, be like, "Hey guys, I need money. Help.
Hey, Daniel Live, thank you for the subscription.
Super chat at channel help. You know, I'll just do that from now on, I guess." All right, I see you the friend request.
While he's doing that, Dingus says sedate. I am JMS says, bro, I used to love Sean Astin. Yeah, he's wildin', dude. I'd rather go out on the campaign trail and talk about politics than spend time with my beautiful family. I used to be part of Lord of the Rings. I'm like, yeah, you did, buddy. Role-playing games like Final Fantasy. Yes, I do agree. Yeah, Japanese, I got you. Yeah, I like turn-based combat a lot. I love Final Fantasy. There's what's it called too, Lost Odyssey, which is supposed to be like a Final Fantasy game. I fucking love Lost Odyssey, dude. That used to be one of my favorite games ever. Final Fantasy VI is in my top 10 favorite games of all time. And I definitely feel like these games have taken a massive hit. I think action economy and like action-based combat has actually kind of ruined Japanese role-playing games, and I think that we need to return to like good turn-based combat. I would love a Final Fantasy that goes back to original turn-based combat with the amazing graphics that they have now and stuff. I would love that. I'm kind of burned out on like action RPGs all the time. I don't want to constantly have to fight. So, Dirty Jersey says, not to derail you, but in Star Trek Online, they just released a ship pack with 3 ships from the old Trek games, one from Armada, Dominion Wars, Star Trek Invasion for the PS1. I couldn't resist. Dude, hell yeah, that's what's up, man. Nope, shut it down. You couldn't pay me enough. Yeah, the ocean's awful. It's not a small ship. These ships snap in half because of the waves. Yeah, fuck that, bro. Cody T says, I can swim. I can swim too. But you know what? When you land in the middle of the ocean and you have like thousands and thousands of miles to get anywhere, it's just awful. Well, thanks, and I grew up on the water. See, I feel you. Azra Tsushima says, it was only in recent decades that rogue waves are proven to be real. Yeah, that shit's scary, man. Bro, fuck the ocean, right? Ship looks like it's putting itself parallel to the waves, a dangerous thing you're not supposed to do. Yeah. Imagine space travel. I'd rather be in space. I would rather be in space. You should play Subnautica. I've heard Subnautica's kind of scary, but kind of cool. Maybe I would try. Vichy says, not trying to be racist. Can you swim? I can swim. I actually do know how to swim. I'm pretty decent at it. I wouldn't say like I'm amazing at swimming, but I can definitely swim. I could tread water. I could do all the things. Kmar Daniel says, bro, I can't believe someone said Beardo watches Brokeback Mountain on the hands and knees. You say that to me, we're going to fight in Minecraft. Well, I'd fight you in real life too, you know? Somebody said that to me, I'd fight him in real life. Why's Ben picking the overweight black chick, bro? What is he doing? What's up, Renaissance Boomer? Space is fake, says Larkstream. Maybe. Wishbone said, I'd tie dolphins to my feet and surf back. Dolphins might like getting tied up a little too much, bro. Dolphins are kinky and really fucking weird. If you guys did not know this about dolphins, they are wildly gross. They like grape a lot. Graping. If sometimes they'll just like rub off on rocks and other fish. One of the things that they really enjoy is if they find like electric eels, they'll rub up against them because they like the electrostimulation. This is a real thing, bro. It's kind of wild. Ever seen those videos of fish and sharks following larger ships? You hit water and you're dead anyways. Yeah, I have heard about that. Yeah, they know that sharks know that there's like shit that falls off of those ships so they can eat them. So Larkstream says water is real. That's true. Ocean is more mysterious. I do agree with that, Lord Botha. The ocean's got shit in it that we have no idea about. You know, it's so deep down there and stuff. And we know that like shit that gets lower in the ocean, it gets stronger and it gets bigger. And anything that can live in like that cold, intense depth of the ocean is nothing to be trifled with, bro. Like I know we have like giant squid, and that was something that they like didn't know was a real until recently. We've seen like colossal squid, which are like massive and stuff. But like I feel like my personal opinion is that some of those squid are like smaller. Like I think those are sometimes like babies and stuff, because if it's not their natural habitat to be that high out, that far out of the water, it means they wandered. Maybe they can't go back down that deep. Maybe it's difficult once they've depressurized. I don't know what the deal is, but the fact that we've seen some of them and we know that they're that big, some of them get like 20, 30 feet long or whatever. I think giant squid get even longer than that. Because colossal squid are big, but they're not as long. So like giant squid the largest giant squid ever recorded by scientists was almost 43 feet long and weighed nearly a ton. Okay? The colossal squid reaches up to 1,100 pounds regularly. So like these things are massive. And that's just the ones, and we know that there's anomalies to everything when it comes to nature. That means that there's probably squid and shit out there that are even bigger than anything we've ever seen, you know? The fact that they fight sperm whales, we find sperm whales as giant, like, chunks missing out of their bodies. They go down there and, like, eat these fucking squid and shit like that. Nah, man. That shit's wild. It's the Kraken, right? Difference is pressure into the ocean versus no pressure in space. That's true. Didn't know that about the Great Lakes. Yeah, the Great Lakes are scary, bro. Lake Michigan's had some shipwrecks. Not crazy ones, but we've had some. Lake Superior has a lot of them. And Lake Superior is so big and so deep, it doesn't ever really get warm. And the waves and shit on that get scary as fuck. Maximus BT says Ben has a channel. He does. Those lake effect storms are no joke. I used to live by Lake Erie and it sucked. Yeah, man. Yeah, we've been hit with some crazy shit. Last year in Michigan, in October, we had a massive snowstorm that came out of nowhere. We rarely ever get snow in October. And we got a massive snowstorm and we got like, what was it? Like 12 inches or some shit and like 4 or 5 hours. It was wild, dude. And it knocked out all the fucking power, like everywhere. It knocked out power. People were crashing and shit. Trees were falling over because like nothing was ready for it. It just came out of nowhere. And it shut off power for like 2 days or some shit. Like, dude, it was wild. Like, me and my family, we knew it was happening. Unfortunately, we had already had the heat on and stuff because we knew it was getting a little cold, chilly. But yeah, me and my kids, like, we all came into the living room and we built like a giant, like, fake inside the house tent with like flashlights and shit so we could like sleep. Because it was getting so cold and shit. We don't have a generator. That's something we probably should get eventually, but generators are expensive and I don't have a lot of money. Turd Fergus says, I only learned today that apparently YouTube doesn't like my username. Did you get in trouble for it? It's weird. Ben is a good sport. Yeah. There are many, many, many shipwrecks in the Great Lakes, the most famous being the Edmund Fitzgerald. That's absolutely correct. I'm already begging for money. Sad. It's wild, dude. Well, Tick to X, they locked me out of my out for 12 hours telling George Clooney to suck my dick. That's wild, Bruce. It's kind of fucked up. I mean, somebody saw it and reported you. Subnautica is a great game. Everyone with a fear of the ocean should play it. That doesn't sound like something I want to do. Imagine being stranded in a rowboat at Point Nemo where the people in the space station are often closer to you than other humans. That's where Cthulhu is. I mean, it's very likely. You know, Cthulhu's got to be based on something. You know? It's got to be based on something. And I do think that there would be, like, in real life, some kind of, like, effect that it would have on humanity. Especially if it's something, like, that we evolved. Because the thing that, like, there's a lot of, like, I should say pseudoscience or like theories about is like ancestral memory is one of the things that like why we have certain biases against things. Like the thought behind like Uncanny Valley is that we at some point developed a natural fear of things that don't look quite human but are pretending to be human. That like that's the theory, is that something at some point made us develop a natural distrust of things that are supposed to look human but aren't quite human, and that shit is scary as fuck to me. So I feel like showing more Ben is your version of punishing us. Never, JB. I would never do that. Adra Shishima says, hot take, I don't like the Final Fantasy VII remake. I don't either. I'm not particularly interested. I started playing the original Final Fantasy VII. I've never played it all the way through. I did start playing it on stream one time and it was fun. I enjoyed it for what it was. Like, I'm sure that it's really good and I can see why people would really like it. But when I saw the remake, I was like, I'm not interested in this at all. Especially because they changed the combat system. So, stick with the Reunion Project. There you go. Lost Odyssey is a great game. Thank you, Raging Cajun. I appreciate that. You ever beat that boss last night commenting is dangerous? No. Sad. Carpenter says Star Ocean. I don't know what that is. That sounds really familiar, though. Turd Ferguson says, doing well. Hope everyone is the same. I'm doing well. Yeah. Why has Ben so broke? He hasn't developed the spirit to quit his day job. I mean, he hasn't. I don't know. You know, he's paying his bills and shit. You know, you never know. Wishbone says, I agree 100%. Is that supposed to be Wishbone, like from the PBS show? What's the story, Wishbone? By the way, did you know, or anyone in the chat, that Gordon Lightfoot has never collected a dime on the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald? All monies and royalties go to the families. That's really cool. I did not know that. I have high hopes for Ben. Well, keep hoping. Ben is gay for playing Overwatch 2. That's true. Rose says, please hit the like button. I am so fucking behind on chat. Just update the graphics and fix the bugs. Fuck modern audiences. I agree with that. The only black attribute Mike has is being late. That is not true. I do have some other black attributes as well. Fun fact, it is illegal for black people to know how to swim in Indiana. Is that really true? Is that real? Just got a text from... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Fucking rough night. Space is more safe than the ocean floor. I agree with that. That's why I'm saying I'm more scared of the ocean than I would be of space. The danger with the Great Lakes is the cold of the water. Superior is so cold it can kill you in a relatively short time. Yeah, that's scary as shit, dude. Remember the movie 2010 when they had the spacewalk across the scaffold to Discovery with the eye beneath them? That scene always bugged me out. Damn, dude. Second smartest animal in the world are dolphins. Yeah, dolphins are wild shit, dude. Dolphins raked Hank. Star Ocean is very topical to Epic's fear. Really? I've never played Star Ocean, so Epic watches Brokeback Mountain, his hands and knees come at me, bro. No, never. I've never even seen the original. Retardo, yay. Retardo says yay. Hi. He says hi. Hello, Retardo. I saw a video of dolphins trying to grape a girl. Want me to send it to you? I don't want to show that on stream. I might get in trouble, but yeah, I mean, you can send it to me. Den Hawk says dolphins are the wine seas of the ocean. That's true. Kamikaze says, I'm thinking of changing my name to PP Hung Low. Yeah, well, you know, you got to get in touch with your, ancestors, you know? Brian Dion says, hail Epic Meat. What's going on, Brian? Welcome in. Killer whales love great white shark liver. They target it with laser precision and leave the rest. That sounds about right for killer whales. They're scarier than anything else in the ocean to me, as far as what we know of. Disbrew says, anything that can live in the cold, intense depth, that's nothing. I live in England. It's cold and wet all the time. I mean, that's fair. There's nothing like an Englishman to put the fear of God in you, you know? Octopi are also smart as fuck. Yes, they are. Called deep sea gigantism, Mike. Thank you. I forgot what that was called. Yeah, because they have those like cephalopod, like pill bug things. They're at the bottom of the ocean. Those things scare the shit out of me too. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for $5 US. Thank you so much. Says, yo, Tan Mike, would you rather be stranded at the bottom of the ocean or stranded in space? 1000% stranded in space. Rather be just stranded in space. Let it happen. Dolphins are the second smartest animals, right behind lab rats. Interesting. Giant squid are cool. Yeah, they are. 46 feet. Vichy knew it. I'm so fucking behind. Holy shit. Let me see here. Let me keep going. How about the area in the Great Lakes where airplanes go missing? Yeah, we have like our own Bermuda Triangle. Yeah. There's a reason for that. I heard somebody explain that the other day, why they think that is, and it was a really interesting answer about like the way something works, like with, I don't know, the way like the magnetism works there or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of interesting though. Candles are low-key very helpful in power outages. That's true. I do have we have candles. We do have like food that you can eat that we don't like. We always have food that like non-perishable food around that we try to keep available. We do have we have some things, you know, but we're just not like super crazy. Like our power doesn't go out often enough. It's pretty rare. Last couple of years though, it's happened more often, and I definitely want to get prepared for that. So I do not have a fireplace. It would be I wish I had like a wood stove, like an actual like wood stove. My buddy used to have one in his house that was like super, it could heat the whole house. And it wasn't like it had a blower in it, but he only turned the blower on if it got like really cold. Like wood stoves are super important. So I would love to like hopefully one day move to a place where I could put a wood stove in just to have it, even as a backup, just in case. Because that shit is important. So Random Acts of Kindness says, howdy y'all. What's going on, Random Acts of Animation? Random Acts of Kindness, good lord. Have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah, that's scary as shit. I don't think Cthulhu is real because I'm afraid to look into it. Probably shouldn't. Neanderthals used to hunt us, so we learned to fear human-like things instinctually. That's a fair point. Yeah. Sperm whales are crazy smart like Orca. Been obsessed with them since I read Moby Dick. Yeah. Sperm whales are nuts, man. They're also really cool, though. Skinwalkers. That's my thought. Yeah. Mike beating Mesmer will give him the same feeling Beardo gets on the bidet. That's wild, dude. Larkstream says Nephilim and clowns. Yeah. Yeah, Nephilim shit is scary too. Dipped out early. Did Mike ever beat the boss last night? I did not. I love Jay, but I'm not gay. So to say, we all love Jay, but we all know that Jeremy is gay. That's true, Valkyria Winter. It's a good call. Final Fantasy 8, 9, and 10 are my favorites. 6 is my favorite. I like 1 a lot, but 6, what is it? 4 and 6 are my 2 favorites. Mike didn't beat Mesmer. Mesmer beat Mike over and over again. Yeah, he penetrated me multiple times. I would love to see you, Beardo, and Ben and Jay play Mario Party together. That would be violence. I'd do it, though. May Vanish and Lurk have a test tomorrow I'm studying for. Yeah, no worries, Dirty Jersey. Appreciate you being here, man. I named my dog. Is it, you said Go, but I think you meant dog, after the Wishbone TV show. Yeah, I fucking love Wishbone. This show was so good. I'll eventually go through the Final Fantasy series. Also, I enjoy Final Fantasy VII Remake, but Tifa's Titas were like the first lame thing from the Wokified Square Enix. Yeah, Random Acts of Animation says, I quit my day job to do my cartoons. Now I'm regretting that decision. It's a lot, man. It's a grind. Gotta have a plan in place, you know, but it's also important to take risks. You never know. Like, you know, you get someplace where you take risks and you do well and things go well. It's like, yeah, cool. I took that risk and it paid off. And sometimes the risk doesn't pay off and then you have to readjust and figure things out. But it's better for you to do that than to get in a position where you don't try anything ever because you're worried about failing. A lot of people never even try, bro. And I think trying is more important sometimes. Trying and failing can be just as important as trying and succeeding. And the worst part is if you just never try at all. So Star Ocean equals series of active time-based battle games. Oh, okay. It sounds familiar, dude. Spider-Man 2 is better than whatever Jeremy said. Oh, better than The Dark Knight? I think so. I think Spider-Man 2 is it's top 3 greatest superhero movies of all time. Dark Knight is definitely up there too. I think Dark Knight is top 5, maybe top 3. It might even be like Spider-Man 2 and Dark Knight kind of fight each other. But at the end of the day, I think Spider-Man 2 is the better film. So Cody T says no. Paulo Monopoly says, Mike, stop believing me. I don't know what to tell you. Mike's trying to cancel a swimming trip to Indiana. Yeah. Lady Epic would probably wonder why Meek's whispering Mesmer in his sleep. Yeah, well, I came to bed and I was like, I just got my ass kicked by a boss in Elden Ring for 3 hours. And she's like, oh, you poor thing. And I was like, yeah, feel bad for me, please. And then she rubbed my hair and I fell asleep. Ticklerton says, whenever they use human creatures in horror sci-fi movies, they always creep me out. Yeah. The ocean floor is where the cat went when Jason and out the back door. That's crazy, dude. Uncanny Valley effect is also why we likely have never seen realistic human androids. Yeah. To be fair, the British do kind of look like deep sea creatures. That's wild, dude. It is so cold in Lake Superior. There are companies today that bring up timber from the bottom of the lake that were cut about the time the USA came into being, perfectly preserved old growth. Dude, that's real money, dude. There's a show that used to be on called like river something, and they would go to the bottom of the river and they dig up logs because they're like at the bottom of the river and they've been like completely smoothed out. They're completely veneer logs. So yeah, man. I need Epicverse shit within 12 months. I am working on it. We are all working on it. It's very hard. It's Daywalker's sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Bree. Hey, happy birthday, Bree. She's not in here, but if she was in here, I'd say happy birthday to her. What's up, Dizzy Willow? Welcome in, man. Beardo bought a bidet thinking it was a fountain. That's wild. We just got raided. Let me go see who's raiding me over here. Jade Shadow, thank you for the raid. What's going on, Jade? Hope your stream was going well. Welcome in people over on Kick. I appreciate the hell out of y'all. We're just chatting, just talking away. I'm super behind on the fucking chat, so I'm trying to catch up. The part in Canada has less gravity than the rest of the planet. Not enough to notice, but still a weird fact. Really? I did not know that. That's interesting. This brew's just his new tabletop character, but full vampire. Yeah. He's slowly letting us know what he actually is. The real thing. Beardo brought in a bidet thinking it was a fountain. That's wild. Final Fantasy VI has more characters in it than Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, jeez, I'm getting another chat here. God, dude. They've never been able to recreate the sound of instruments made by the Stradivarius, and so far failed to do so. Curious, you can see it using that old growth from the bottom of Superior. Interesting. I did not know that about the Stradivarius. Tifa's undershirt was a nothing burger. I mean, that's fair. The master has failed more than the apprentice has tried. It's true. Coming as dangerous cheers, dude. Yeah, Az is a very tough act to follow. Yeah, dude, you're killing it, Disbrew. Like, he's fucking killing it over there on Friday Night Tights, man. Really proud of him. What is the best comic book movie? In my opinion, probably the safe bet for the best comic book movie, in my opinion, personally, is Spider-Man 2. I think it's the best comic book movie. But there's an argument for me personally. I also think, I think Watchmen's a masterpiece. I think it does a pretty damn good job of adapting the graphic novel and staying with the spirit of the graphic novel, but also somehow doing a weird, interesting, transformative work on it by commenting on the state of superhero movies and what the state of superhero movies would eventually become, while also talking about comic books and the state of comic books. So But I think Spider-Man 2, this is a really like maybe a hot saying because it's really difficult to like use this term correctly. I think Spider-Man 2 is one of the closest things we have to like what I think it's in the category of like what you could consider a perfect film. I think it has an excellent story structure. I think it's perfectly paced. I think the messages and the themes and everything play really well. And I like that even though it is a sequel to Spider-Man 1, it's kind of its own standalone story. And I think that that makes it really interesting as well. Doc Ock is an incredible villain. The finale and the finale and the way that the movie like wraps up and deals with a lot of its themes and the callbacks to the beginning of the film and all that stuff are really good too. Spider-Man 2 is just fucking excellent, man. Dizzy Willis says Alien Romulus going to be good or what? I don't know. I'm going to go see it this Thursday. I'm kind of excited to see it and see whether or not it's good, but we'll see. Always get here at the weirdest time. Mid-sentence, no context. He penetrated me multiple times. Well, hey, what's up, Tony Flip? This one didn't have physics engine, so it could get away with a lot without looking inhuman. That's true. First I was like first it was an Ernest Rebirth trailer. Black people being banned from knowing how to swim in Indiana. I'm gonna get him again. Oh jeez, that's right. You were the one that brought up the Ernest Rebirth trailer, bro. That's wild. Well, I don't want to assume you're like tricking me, bro. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you. Hola. Played BioShock for the first time. What did you think, Jade? Dude, I fucking love BioShock. Also one of the few people that love BioShock Infinite. I thought BioShock Infinite was great too. Cellular Dream says Mike is afraid of water. I'm not afraid of water. Jose Taco says negative. I bought the beer to the bidet. What if he thought it was water fountain when he got it for him? Turd Ferguson says Disper, I actually almost saw Borderlands till I saw your video. Thank you for saving me from that. Yeah, Disper is a hero, bro. Jade says I gotta go. Have fun. Thank you so much, Jade. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate the hell out of you. If you have not, go check out Jade Shadow. She's over on YouTube and on Kick. She's awesome. Watching Beardo as a cool Viking in Epic Verse is kind of ruined when you know how he uses a bidet. He does a good job. I think you guys will be happy with it. So, Spawn or Blade? Spawn takes that fight every time. Spawn wipes his ass with Blade. It's not even close. The Spider-Man tour and the Dark Knight got McDonald's to fire Happy Meal toys. Batman Returns was the best sequel. Sure. That's an opinion. Superman, Spider-Man 2. Superman's definitely up there. Superman's top 5. Maybe top 3. Maybe Superman, Dark Knight, Spider-Man 2. Superman is really fucking good. I still wish to this day that we would have gotten the full vision for Richard Donner's Superman. Because like the fact that he was ahead of his time and wanted to make it like an epic. And I don't know if he wanted to make it 3 films, but I know he wanted to do 2 films together, like almost back to back, that built on each other and stuff. I love that he was really treating Superman with like the seriousness and the care and the love that he thought it deserved. And then they, I think when Richard Donner stepped back he either quit the project or he had to step back for a reason. I got to look that up. It's been a long time since I read about that. But when he like just left, they brought in a guy who was like didn't know anything about Superman and mostly was like a comedic director. And so he wanted to add like some silliness and comedy to it. And so there's like a bunch of weird shit in Superman 2 that while it's still a great movie, like it's just there's some goofy shit in it that he added and kind of diverted away from what Richard Donner's original vision was. So what's up, Fear the Beardo? Welcome in, buddy. So Jesse bidets are awesome. Yeah, I love Watchmen. Great movie. Sin City is never on anyone's list for best comic book movie. I always forget about Sin City. I like Sin City a lot, but I forget about it a lot. Beardo's right. Fear of the Beardo says X2 is really good too. Yeah, X2 ran where X-Men walked. Yeah, X2 is fucking great. It's a really good story, man. Reset the Crippled says Sin City's actually the best comic book adaptation. Well, I don't think it's the best, but I think it's good. The best comic book movie accuracy wise is Sin City. My favorite Spider-Man 1 and Batman Returns though. I respect that a lot. Rough Night says the best comic book movie is The Rocketeer. Changed my mind. I don't think I could change your mind if you wanted to. So, what's up, Jimmy Collins? Welcome in, buddy. Spider-Man 3 was the best with the memory loss and the That 70s Show guy and the That's wild. I've never heard anybody say Spider-Man 3 was the best comic book movie of all time. That's kind of nuts. X2 stands on Nightcrawler's shoulders. Dude, that Nightcrawler opening scene is amazing. I grew up with the Tobey Spider-Man movies. I was kind of let down at him being cast as Spider-Man at first. Yeah, a lot of people were like, what? What are we doing with that? That's weird, because I think originally he was like from the Cider House Rules or some shit, and people are like, that's the guy you're hiring? And he did a good job, so. Ever check out that thing I sent you? Yes, I have checked out part of it. I have not got through all of it. I've been so fucking busy, dude. Superman 2 is a perfect superhero movie. Not sure what you mean. Everyone reveres BioShock Infinite for the advancement of science. I get heat for liking BioShock Infinite. A lot of people didn't like it. They didn't think it was as good as the first one. The old animated Spawn was really good. Spawn versus Ghost Rider? Probably Ghost Rider. I think Ghost Rider is almost indestructible. I mean, like, Ghost Rider's so fucking nasty and, like, tough. He's, like, gone toe-to-toe with some, like, major dudes. And his penance stare is pretty fucking nuts. I think his penance stare could fuck up Spawn pretty good. I think Ghost Rider takes that fight. I think Spawn could win against Ghost Rider, but I think for the most part, Ghost Rider wins that. Gina using a squirrel on X confuses me with Disparu sometimes, right? I know. She must have saw Disparu's squirrel and was like, I want to do that too. I'm longing for the days we get live action Warhammer / 40K show / movie. I'm excited for it, but I'm also worried because if Henry Cavill exits the project, like I've heard rumors that he will or wants to, because of Amazon, then it means that it's dead on arrival. It's going to be fucking terrible. What's up, Horny Elf? Welcome in, buddy. Striker and Wolverine tune up in X2 is also elite. Magneto is way more menacing in 2 than he is in 1. Plus, Iceman is cool. Yeah, X2 is great. Dude, the scene where Magneto pulls the iron out of the guy's blood, fucking crazy shit, man. That shit was wild. Hulk game on PS3 was awesome. I don't remember. Was that Hulk Infinite Destruction or Ultimate Destruction? I think that was the one that had all like the destructible environments and shit like that. That was a lot of fun. 1 and 2 were back to back. Richard Donner was fired because he gave Superman 2 the same ending as Superman. Gotcha. So Ilhan Omar gets ousted tonight. I don't know who that is. 40K will be gay and woke like everything else. I hope not. Disper says it's only a matter of time until the squirrels conquer us all. Dick Tracy was an oldie but a goodie. Dick Tracy's really fucking good too. I actually recently watched that again and I was like, holy shit, what were we doing with this film, bro? How did we miss this? Beardo, do Elden Ring so we can watch you suffer. Beardo, get on Elden Ring. Stealing History says, Mike, you ever watch Ice Pirates? I love that old cheesy movie. It has a line in it where they say space heebies. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen Ice Pirates. By the way, thanks Mike and Disbrew for checking out my cartoon the other day. You guys are too cool. Well, you're very welcome, Random Acts of Animation. Ghost Rider was the coolest movie when it came out. I was so lame in 8th grade. Well, dude, we didn't have anything to compare it to, man. He punched Galactus. Yeah, he did. He's used a penance stare on a lot of fucking guys. Spawn versus Ghost Rider crossover I always wanted and never got. That would be a sick one, dude. Yeah. We can't have anything nice anymore unless we legit create it. It's true. Yes, Ultimate Destruction's a great game, yeah. Oh my god, I'm finally caught up on chat. That's wild. X2, Days of Future Past, the Wolverine, Logan, and Deadpool movies are my favorite X movies. Yeah, there's some really good ones in there, man. Days of Future Past is fucking rad. It gets forgotten about a lot because it was surrounded by Apocalypse and fuck, what was the one before that one? Fuck, I don't remember what the one before that one was. Suffer Forest Jester. Dick Tracy still holds up. Yeah, Dick Tracy's great, dude. And the fucking Rocketeer is also great. Professor Hulk was also dumb in my opinion. As good as Peter Davis run is, I like better as Jekyll and Hyde type thing. I think that could be, I think Professor Hulk is an interesting concept, but I don't think it should be adapted like they adapted it, you know. First Class. Was First Class before? I thought there was one after that. Maybe I'm completely fucking out of my gourd here. Because I like First Class. First Class is pretty great. Last Stand was terrible. Yeah, dude, there's some good, like, I mean, X-Men from 2000 is pretty good. They did a good job for what it was. X2 is fucking great. I really like X2. X-Men The Last Stand is terrible, and they need to stop hiring Brett Ratner to ever touch anything. That was fucking terrible. X-Men Wolverine was also terrible. It was like, so dumb that it had like, it was kind of fun at times, but it was also just fucking ridiculous. Wolverine was good. I feel like a lot of people sleep on the Wolverine. It wasn't like amazing or like the best in the world, but it was still pretty solid. Oh, thank you. And then Logan's fucking rad. We love Logan. Okay, yeah, it was Days of Future Past. So yeah, we had 2 bangers there. First Class, then Days of Future Past, which was rad. Then we had Apocalypse, which was terrible. And I still have not seen Dark Phoenix. I've heard Dark Phoenix is terrible. I've also heard it's one of the worst comic book movies ever made. And so I have no interest in ever watching it. But I've also never seen the New Mutants, and I've heard that was even worse. So yeah, X-Men franchise really fell off at the end there, man. They were really struggling. Wolverine was sick. Yeah, dude, I liked the Wolverine a lot. I thought it was pretty rad. The scene where he's like crawling across the top of the train fight, it's pretty great. Thank you, Beardo. First Class. Yeah. TMNT OG live action was surprisingly close to the comic. It was a cartoon. I was so confused as a kid. I saw it in theaters. A good time. Yeah, dude, I love the original. And they did the second movie, and I still like the second movie a lot, but they, the studios were like, yo, we got to make this more for kids so we can sell more toys to kids. So you guys like need to, really like tamp down the violence and get rid of a lot of the weapons. So like a lot of the times they weren't able to use their weapons or allowed to use their weapons, because then like you get in trouble and stuff. It was really dumb. They really fucked up the second one a lot. Thank you. Can you get a cameo? Lady Epic came in here and brought me some fresh water and then ran out of the room, so I couldn't call her. Because I have her touch my shoulder to prove that she's real. It proves that I'm not an incel, because I have a girl that touched me. The Wolverine, you see Hugh's butt. I did not remember that. Oh, isn't that when he gets hit by the radiation or some shit? Yeah, and he's like completely naked after that. Wolverine and the X-Men is a great 2000 animated show. I did watch that. It was pretty good too. There was also the animated, the Wolverine or the X-Men anime, where we actually get to see Wolverine go with like Berserker for the first time. Let's see if I can find that one. Dude, like, I know in Logan they kind of did like a Wolverine Berserk Fury too. But like I don't know why I really like the comic book version. I just never feel like we've never gotten to see like a real good version of like Wolverine, like fucking like actually go like berserk and wild, like a wild animal. And I would fucking love to see that shit. Yeah, like where his like healing factor goes into like overdrive and shit like that. I don't even know if I can actually show this without getting in trouble. You could probably like squeeze through some of it. But, like, yeah, this is like the anime. I've never seen the anime. Let's see if I can find this. I'll pull it up. What's up, Daxinar? Welcome in, man. Heroes was a pretty cool TV show if you're into that stuff. I loved Heroes. Season 1 of Heroes is amazing. I fucking loved Heroes. Season 1 at least, and then it kind of fell off. Commenting's Danger says, Fear the Beardo, so cool seeing you in here. I always say you probably make more money for GNG and Super Chats than anyone else. It's true. Dude, Beardo's a good sport, man. He takes a lot of heat, but he's a good sport. Dark Phoenix has that cringe ass, you should think about calling the team X-Women instead. That's true. I have not seen that movie, so I don't know. They messed up the Silver Samurai, but it's an underrated movie. They did fuck up the Silver Samurai, yeah. Jay Cloud says, when are we getting Sneak Meet 3? Friday. Friday, as long as there are nothing happens to prevent that, extenuating circumstances, Friday is Sneak Meet 3. Multiverse of Madness was my favorite X-Men film. That's wild. Yeah. I like the Wolverine series, even though it's the butt rock of superhero movies. I mean, like, Wolverine, I didn't like X-Men Origins, but I liked the Wolverine, and Logan's great. So, I have nothing to say about that. Dark Phoenix broke the plotline and sunk the series. New Mutants was belligerent trash. It's true. Tony Flip says, us kids grew up, and now we got all the best toys, right? Hulk versus Wolverine was a fun animated movie. I'd love to see like an actual version of that fight. 100 Danky says, I beat Arkham Origins. I'm now done with all the Arkham games. Well, what is your opinion of them? I would like to hear that, Danky. I actually like Arkham Origins. I know Beardo also agrees with me on that. I think Arkham Origins got a bad rap because everybody was comparing it to like Arkham City and stuff. I think Arkham Origins is criminally underrated. I think the voice actors did an amazing job. I liked seeing the origins of Joker and like their kind of like rivalry and how it gets started. You also get to kind of see in Joker's mind a little bit, and it's pretty rad. There's like a sequence where he like falls out of a building, he's about to die, and Batman like saves him, and it's like from his perspective, it's like Batman's this like psychotic, disgusting looking like bat creature, and he's like rescuing him, and he like falls in love with him in a way. It's not like they're not trying to be gay with it, but they're like, oh my god, I've become obsessed with this guy because he didn't have to save me. You also get Bane as like Bane should be, like this cold, calculating, super intelligent like mercenary, and he beats the brakes off of Batman. I actually would pull that up too. Dude, he beats the shit out of Batman. The only reason he doesn't fucking kill Batman is because the Joker stops him. Let me see here. Arkham Origins, yeah. That sequence where like I'm not gonna play the whole thing, I'm just gonna play like the very beginning. It's so fucking cool though. I know Beardo knows what I'm talking about. Do you hear about the new Spider-Man animation from Disney? Thoughts? I did hear about that. I don't know. I don't trust Disney very much. I don't particularly trust what they have going on. I think trying to make Norman Osborn his like Peter's new mentor, and the fact that because he has waves in his hair, everybody thinks Norman Osborn's black and stuff is like, there's just like this weird shit of like, ooh, let's try to add all these labels, and let's try to add all these like identity markers to all these characters and shit, because like, well, April O'Neil has like black person hair, you know, there's no way that she would have that kind of hair if she wasn't a black character. That's why we're race swapping her and stuff. And it's like, what are we doing, man? Like, what the fuck? It's all this stupid shit, man. I wish I had Omega Red in one of those movies. Yeah, he's a good villain. Doesn't Logan get cut in half at the end of Wolverine and instantly heal from it? I don't remember. I think so. Just used to taking a pill. That's wild, bro. Beardo says, thanks, chat. Beardo, I got your back, bro. Origins is great. Yeah, I knew Beardo liked Origins. Roger Craig Smith, great young Conroy. Yeah, he did a great job, dude. He sounds so fucking good. Playing Origins right now, hell yeah, dude. Gotham at Christmas time is really cool. I agree. Was Troy Baker and everything? He's a Pedro Pascal of voice actors because he's talented. I think he's talented. I'm gonna be in the background from here on out. Hey, thank you so much, Charles Devane. All the streams are available on my channel. There you go, guys. Go check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up this scene here for people who haven't played it or don't play it. This is like the first time that we meet Bane and his interaction with Batman. It's pretty rad. Let's see here. Like, the other thing I like about this fight scene is, I think people like don't realize. I know that like obviously, you know, Bane using Venom helps, and like yeah, he's like big and like muscular and stuff, but he wasn't like the like roided out like monster that he is in like all the other games, or like other games, and like even in the TV show. Like in the TV show, I think he's kind of exaggerated, but like in the TV show, even they make him very intelligent and shit like that. It's that Batman makes him overdose that like kind of fucks him up and makes him like the crazy monster that he is. But I think people attribute Bane to like, you know, the other people, a lot of people's first intro to Bane was in Batman and Robin. And that Bane is like not very well put together. Like he doesn't talk, he's just a big muscle head. And I think they've not done, I don't think they've ever done him justice. Bane in like the comics is a badass, and I would love to see like a full-on Nightfall storyline adapted. That's the thing. I've talked about this before on stream. I think that they need to have like I think a Batman. My first Bane intro was the Arkham games. That's the right intro to Bane. Like that's the first that's the best intro to Bane. Like I've talked about this before. I would love if we got a Batman TV series that adapts these storylines, kind of like Batman the Animated Series did, but like, you know, they could do longer serialized storytelling, but like you could show Batman's progression as a character and his growth, and you get a guy that's willing to work for like 10 plus years as Batman and isn't going to get all like, oh, I want to work on other projects and stuff. I was like, just be happy with being Batman. And like you do an entire season where, you know, all the characters that people that, you know, like do it in like season 5 or something. Like do it halfway through like the show's lifespan, and you do an entire season where a bunch of these bad guys get out, and you do episodic. You break up the series into episodic shows where instead normally it's like serialized. Every episode is like Batman throwing down with people from his rogues gallery. Oh fuck, Poison Ivy's out, and he has to throw down and fight her, and it's one episode of him fighting Poison Ivy and dealing with her, and then the other one is fucking Firefly gets out, or you know, Mr. Freeze escapes from Arkham Asylum, and all these characters, and he's running them all down and he's fighting them and all that shit. And then like you have halfway through the season, it's Batman, and during that time in those episodes, you know, our Alfred's warning him, hey man, you know, Bruce, be careful. We show Bruce getting more tired and less able to function, stuff like this. And then you have the middle of the season is he gets home to the Batcave or whatever, and fucking Bane is waiting there. That's when you have the Nightfall fight where they throw the fuck down and Bane beats the brakes off of Batman, grabs him and fucking breaks his goddamn back, bro. One of the coolest fucking things ever. And during that time, you could be setting up Azrael, who ends up taking over for Batman during that time when he's recovering and shit. Dude, it could be such a great fucking storyline adapted, man. Like, it's wild. Mr. Freeze voice in Arkham games is perfect. Yeah, I love the digital distortion. Yeah, dude. And that's the same voice actor, I believe, from the animated series. That's why the Arkham games are so goated, because they're kind of an amalgamation of a lot of different Batman projects and stuff, but they're really faithful to the themes of the animated series, which is, to me, one of the best adaptations we've ever gotten of Batman. So the send-off of Mr. Freeze was perfect as well. Yeah, the Mr. Freeze fight in Batman Arkham City is so good, and I played it on the hardest difficulty where you can't use the same tactic twice against him. It is such a fucking cool fight, dude. Such a good one. Arkham Batman is the best Batman, 100% Beardo. Like, hands down, the best version of Batman we've ever got. Like, even in comic book Batman, like, he is the definitive Batman. So Danny Trejo, huh? That's rad. I always like to see him get work. Was he you did the voice for Bane? I did not know that. So, let me see here. Yep, no more Batman games or Batman games in the same universe. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Made me highly intelligent, as terrifying as any other Batman villain. Yeah. Yep. Musclehead Bane was cool. Yeah, but they just need to make him smart. I didn't know Danny Trejo did a version of Young Justice. That's kind of rad. I've only seen part of Young Justice. I think I'm feeling like the first season. I don't remember very much of it, so. Bane was disappointing in Batman versus Robin, or Batman and Robin. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, they would do such, dude, Batman would make such a great TV series. It's not even like, it would be so fucking good. You got to get like a young actor, like imagine if they had cast Jensen Ackles when he was in like his like early 20s and let him do like 10 years. Like, he did fucking 15 seasons of Supernatural. Now imagine he does like 10 seasons of Batman. And we get like all these storylines, you know, and we watch him go from young Batman to like, you know, 30s Batman, you know, dude, you could do so much shit with that. The Arkham games are 100% goated. Yeah, 100%, dude. I'll keep playing a little bit more of this before I know I'm going to get claimed at some point, but whatever.
Nice of you to drop in. And just in time.
Dude, the voice acting in this is so fucking good. Like, compared, I really didn't know. I was like, how are they gonna do this about Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill? And they do such a good job, dude. Bane is Hispanic too. Yes, he is. Pardon Asylum is my favorite. It's the closest to the animated series tone-wise, as well as a lot of OG voice actors. Give me generic voice actors for the later ones, in my opinion. I mean, that's fair. Who's Bane in Young Justice Season 1? Maybe I need to just go back and rewatch Young Justice. I'll go watch it with my kids. I want to see the Arkham Origins Bane in cinema. Dude, that'd be fucking rad. Yeah, I would love that. Troy Baker. Yes, thank you. Yeah, Troy Baker killed it.
He's mine, Parasaur. Remember, you gave your word.
You have 1 minute.
Do they?
Bro, just the way he fucks up Batman like that. He just brutalizes him. Like, that's the kind of Bane, like, yeah, that's the kind of Bane we fucking deserve. Luchador Bane, yeah. What wasn't disappointing about Batman and Robin? I'm gonna be honest. As a kid and as an adult, I had no problem with Uma Thurman. I mean, she was terrible as an actor, but buddy, that outfit of hers, I was feeling some things. Origins Batman was ruthless. That's true, dude. I like that he's a younger version of Batman who hasn't like found like the balance, you know, as a character, like as a vigilante and stuff. He's still kind of like more on the ruthless, brutal, like kind of side of things or whatever. My hair is being a mess right now. It's like the natural part, it's just like falling over on the other side, so like it just looks like I have a bald spot in the middle of my head instead of it like being just fucking whatever. Not monetized video says watching. Well, thank you for watching. You stream these games and not play clips on stream. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know how the clips work anymore, dude. I don't even know. If I could tell you guys how many times I fucking get claimed for copyright shit on YouTube, it's insane. Dude, I get claimed for everything, dude. I got claimed for playing the music in Fallout because I was playing Fallout. Let me see here. Copyright. One of my regular videos, my live streams. Copyright. That's a lot of ad suitability. Copyright. A lot of the other copyright. In the beginning, I was so stressed out about it that I kept removing the copyrights or whatever and clipping them out. I haven't in a while because I just don't fucking care. But yeah, dude, like, it's fucking insane on YouTube. Every fucking thing gets copyrighted. It's nuts. The Bane fight in Origins was so good. Yeah, it was, dude. What's up, Jet Spitzer? It's so dry ass that we get a good Batman show. That's great. Dude, I don't know why they haven't done it other than they know that it's the only thing that they can sell with movies, or it's either that or there's something going on with the rights to Batman that they can't make shows. I don't know. I have no idea what the deal is, why they can't make a good Batman show. Because I know they did Gotham, but I want like an actual proper Batman show. I don't know why they can't, so. Weird hair twirls and a leaf eyebrow thing. Let me see here. I'm gonna pull this up. I know they'll probably get claimed as well, but like, bro, this was like my introduction. As a kid, I did not know what to think about anything that was happening here. First of all, we had George Clooney's Batman, which is like the worst Batman ever. Although I'm gonna be honest, it would be so fucking great to see, it'd be so great to fucking see, I know this is gonna be a hot take, and I know they kind of did it a little bit with The Flash. I have not watched The Flash all the way through, but I know George Clooney's Batman shows up in The Flash. I would love like an old grizzled George Clooney Batman that's like actually try to be faithful to like Batman. It might be kind of interesting to see that take. Smoke Show says Rough Night. Yeah, 100%, dude. Yeah, dude. Yes, dude. Origin Batman was super reckless. It helped sell that it was early Batman. Yeah, him and his throwdown also with Deathstroke is so fucking cool, dude. Dylan D, hi Mike chat, what's going on? That's like one of the things me and Beardo agree a lot on. Like, we're both like, as much as I give Batman shit about like him getting beat up by Captain America and Blade and stuff, like the Arkham games are some of my favorite games. Arkham City is in my top 5 favorite games ever played. Like, I was fucking blown away at how good Arkham City was. That last section where you're climbing the tower and you have to like fight, and like Hugo Strange is talking shit to you the whole time, and you're like taking out the baddies and you're moving, and it's like, even though you don't have like a time limit, the fact like the music is playing and the pacing of the music, you want to rush, you want to move as quickly as possible through it, and shit is so fucking good. And then that dude, the Clayface fight, the Talia, dude, all of that, the ending is so good. Like, it's so perfect, dude. The Arkham games do a good job of showing the evolution of how Batman acts through his career. Yeah, 100%. Hayden 75 for 20. Thank you so much, Hayden, for the 20. Says, all right, bro, I gotta go. How long until your Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater do you plan on playing Metal Gear Solid 4? Metal Gear Solid 3 is gonna be on Friday, Hayden. All right, that's when we're starting it. And then I do plan on playing Metal Gear Solid 4 if I can find a good emulator. I've gotten suggestions about emulators before, so if I find a good emulator for it and can just play it with my controller like regular, we'll play it Metal Gear Solid 4. Otherwise, maybe I'll do something, I don't know, we'll figure something out. So it'd make so much money if they did though, right? Game stuff is generally okay unless it uses the official soundtracks, etc. Is it really? Fallout is actual song. They claimed the theme of Fallout though. Like that was what was weird, is like they claimed they're like, hey, you played the Fallout theme song, and I'm like, I was playing Fallout, and they're like, well, you claimed it, and then yeah, it was weird, dude. Batman Beyond is my shit, dude. I would love, that's the thing, you print money in a long-term setting by doing a Batman TV show, and then you give it like a break, and then you immediately adapt Batman Beyond, like dude, yeah. Games that have their own music are fine, but stuff like Star Wars games with film music aren't. Okay. Copyright claims are fine. It's only strikes that matter. That's fair. I was just paranoid in the beginning. I didn't know what any of that meant, and I thought I was going to fuck up my channel. So, Steel Leg of History says, have a blessed night. Need to get some rest. Thanks, everyone, for the push past 500 tonight. Thanks again. You're very welcome, buddy. Appreciate you. Many modern games have streamer modes that remove copyrighted music and sounds. Yeah, fucking Cyberpunk had streamer mode, and they still had music that was getting claimed. It was wild. I may have become numb to turning off music in my gameplay recordings. That's fair. I'll never forgive Rocksteady for turning down a Batman Beyond game for the Suicide Squad game. Yeah, they also had a Flash game in development that was looking really fucking rad, and they didn't do that one either. They fucking gave up on that one too, man. Imagine Arkham game mobility and gliding, but with a futuristic city Batman Beyond setting. Right, dude? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Justin the Rhino? Welcome in, buddy. I still think Batman is a ripoff of The Shadow. Razorfist agrees with that. Batman is a ripoff of The Shadow, like 100%. Like, that's what he was inspired by. That's why in the comic books, he's inspired by the Gray Ghost or whatever. Well, that was a TV show. I think he was also inspired by Zorro. But, like, yeah, he's definitely, like, supposed to be, like, a version of the Shadow. The original version of Batman is so close to the Shadow, in a lot of ways. But anyways, this is my introduction to Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman, and as a child, I didn't know what to feel. Bro, this music is so fucking 90s. And like, I was a kid, so that was like, it wasn't like I was watching like a bunch of dirty movies and shit. What's up, Just Mike? Welcome in, buddy. But like, bro, that's where your name comes from, the Gray Ghost? Dude, that's rad. A Batman was also based in a 30s horror movie called The Bat. Was he really? I've never seen that. Bro, I had no idea how to feel as a kid when this scene came on. This movie was like way too fucking horny. It was wild. And this was supposed to be a kid's movie, bro. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Violently touch insult with their... Bro, don't make me laugh. It hurts so bad, dude. My head hurts so fucking bad. Now she'd be 70 years old and look like she's half decomposed, right? Or they'd cast like a 20-something-year-old and make her like super overweight. They're like, I'm not here for your male gaze. I'm like, literally? That's like her whole thing, bro. Chrisanne says, what did I just walk into? You walked into my sexual awakening as a child because I did not know what to think about Uma Thurman dressed like this in a movie. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, real quick, before I pull this clip up, because I do want to talk about this. This is one of my favorite endings to a video game. Is anybody in the chat right now not played Arkham City and plans on playing it at some point? Because if you don't want spoilers, I won't play this clip. But if you don't care and you don't mind watching it, I was going to play a clip from Arkham City. So, what about the ginger bitch from Interstellar? Oh, you mean Jessica Chastain? She'd make a good Poison Ivy. She could kill it. And the gay director who made it, yeah, dude. Uma Thurman was hot as fuck. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. What's up, Chrysanth? Welcome in. Yeah, Jessica Chastain could pull off Poison Ivy. She could kill it. Yeah, it's not hard. Just be hot and redheaded and have some semblance of acting. I was a teen when this came out. I hated 3 and 4, but I was hardcore into comics by then. That's fair. Paulo Monopoly says, bro. Rough Night says it's wild because it's also one of the gayest movies ever made. That's very true. Brian Schumacher? What is it? I know it's Schumacher. Joel Schumacher. Why did I call you Brian? Joel Schumacher. Yeah, and he he made Batman Forever, which is wild because it's so nuts. There's like a whole thing. There's like a whole breakdown if you go look this up. With Joel Schumacher, where like Batman Forever was supposed to be like a way more serious film, and I don't remember if it was him that decided or if he got stuff from the studio about it being more of a kids movie. But like, there's like a director's cut of Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever that is like a much more serious psychological kind of thriller about Batman that he never got to make. And then with Batman and Robin, he got like even more ridiculous and silly with it, and he felt bad about it. Like that was like, he felt really bad about how upset comic book fans were with Batman and Robin. And then I'm trying to remember what the next, he was supposed to make another Batman film after that. I'm trying to see if I can find it. He was supposed to be working on a Batman film. I think it was called, what was it called? Hold on. I know somebody in chat probably knows the name of what he was working on. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Batman Eternal? Yeah. Oh no, but well, this is supposed to be Batman Unchained. That's what it was called. It was a planned sequel of Batman and Robin being written by Mark Protosevich under the direction of Joel Schumacher. It was canceled after the negative reception of Batman vs. Robin, and some of the themes and imagery from this script were later used in Batman Begins. Yeah, so like it was supposed to be like a grounded, more gritty, serious version of Batman, because he felt so bad for how poorly Batman and Robin was received, and then that went on to become the inspiration for Batman Begins. So let me see here. I'm having flashbacks. I don't know the name of this film, but I remember seeing this. It reminds me of the beginning of Mystery Men. Dude, the Mystery Men is so good. Mystery Men is fucking hilarious, dude. Arkham City is fucking legendary. Yeah. Play it anyways. Fuck spoilers. Okay, there we go. Mom was Slave Leia. I knew I was hetero as a wee lad. That's fair too. Joel Schumacher was like an ADD fucking yeah, he had nipples and ice skates, dude. Yeah, the Bat credit card. What's up, B-Man? Welcome in. I haven't played but plan to. You can play it. I'll dip out for a sec. No, you don't have to do that. I don't want to. Well, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna play. This was like at the same year, all the same year. I played Red Dead Redemption, Batman Arkham City, and then Skyrim, all in the same year, and it was fucking wild for me. Actually, I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna fucking play this clip. People chew with their mouth open make me furious. Batman is such a cool rogues gallery. It's true. Tom Cooper says kids movies back when they had to give moms and dads an excuse to pay up, and kids weren't the wiser yet, right? Yeah. How's Poison Ivy work in the Nolan Batman movie? That's why they're lame. She wouldn't. I don't know that she would. They'd have to get a little bit more. They'd have to get away from some of the goofiness in those, like, or they'd have to lean into some of the goofiness in the camp to make some of those villains work, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. They just actually have to do it. We ripped Forever and Batman and Robin apart as a teen. I liked Forever. See, I still like Forever. I don't think everything about Forever is terrible. I liked a lot of Forever. I even liked Jim Carrey's Riddler, even though Jim Carrey would have made a better Joker, but they'd already done Jack Nicholson's Joker. But yeah. They wanted to sell more toys, and Burton's Penguin didn't fill them with confidence. That's fair. That sounds about right for a studio. Jimmy Collins says, I don't care for the Nolan films. Really? Interesting. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for $5 says, yo, Suge Mike, what do you think is the best form of animation? 2D, 3D, or claymation? Other. I think 2D is the best form. I think all of it has merit. You know, you have things like Toy Story and, The Incredibles, and you have some incredible 3D movies. I think 2D hand-drawn animation is still some of the coolest shit ever. I think it lent itself to some very beautiful movies that I don't ever think will be touched. Things like Hunchback for Notre Dame, things like Beauty and the Beast. I know they use 3D animation in that too, but like the characters and the drawings from there. I mean, even if you go look back at like the original Snow White and the original like Sleeping Beauty, and those are like hand drawn, beautiful movies. They're so fucking well done. But so I have an affinity for 2D, but I think they're all good. I think there's a lot of really great claymation movies. I think claymation sometimes is really underrated as a filmmaking technique. There's a movie, if you have not seen it, that you should absolutely go check out. It's called Kubo and the Two Strings. It's a claymation film. It is really fucking good. Oh my god, dude, it's so good. Let me see if I can find the trailer for Kubo and the Two Strings. For people that haven't seen it, I know a lot of people have, but there's a lot of people that don't know anything about it. Kubo and the Two Strings is really fucking good. I'm gonna play that first, and then we'll play the clip from Batman that I wanted to look at, because I have ADD and I'm bouncing all over the place. Deanna Troy 7 of 9 taught a lot of people about the universe. That's very true, dude. Deanna Troy was smoking, dude. Oh my gosh. Deanna Sirtis, or I don't remember, whatever. I like the Nolan films. I just wish they were darker in theme. Arkham as a movie would have been perfect Batman. Yeah. Someone was also going to have a Brad Dourif as Scarecrow. He would have killed it. Yeah. And then they gave it to Cillian Murphy, but yeah, that was inspired by that. 7 of 9, 9.10, 9.9 out of 10. Hey, I respect it. The Nolan movies were good character studies of what he'd be in real life. Yes. Sexuality is particularly complex. As Borg, we have no need for seduction, no time for single self-fertilization. We saw a species we wanted and we assimilated it. Nevertheless, I'm willing to explore my humanity. Take off your clothes. It's wild. What's up, Lost Braves fan? Welcome in, buddy. Harry the Cuckle's like, no thanks, ma'am. Yeah, Harry was a fucking moron. Rubber hose animation. Wow. What's up, Gunpla Rozzy? Construction paper animation. You guys are fantastic. Mr. Fox is great. Yeah, it's really fucking good. Here's Kubo and the Two Strings. Let me get this off my plate before I forget about it. The animation in this is stellar.
If you must blink, do it now. Pay careful attention to everything you see.
Dude, this
No
movie
matter
is
how
so good.
unusual it may seem. If you look away, even for an instant, then our hero will surely perish. It is time to follow my own path. My name is Kubo. This is my story.
Dude, this movie is so fucking good. If you have not watched it, it is completely worth your time.
Your magic is growing stronger, but when we grow stronger, the world grows more dangerous.
Dude, the action in this movie is so fucking good too. Yeah. I see people in the chat saying that they saw it. If you have not seen this movie, please do yourself a favor. There is zero disappointment. You will not watch this and go, I didn't like it. The story itself is so fucking good. I might watch that tonight now. Tony Flip says we could have got Robin Williams as the Riddler, but they strung him along. He was pissed. Yeah, dude, as Joker and Riddler. Dude, Robin Williams as the Riddler would have been so fucking good, dude. He would have killed it. He's so good at, like, serious shit. Kubo's underrated. I agree. Soap Dodger says Wallace and Gromit. I fucking love Wallace and Gromit. Dude, that penguin, the evil penguin, is still one of my favorite villains. He's so fucking evil, dude. It's so good. Ziana says animators use cells frames overlay in the background. Is that for Kubo and the Two Strings? Shaka Zulu says last good claymation was Kubo and the Two Strings. Look at us on the same wavelength. Look at that. We're vibing, bro. Emily Kruger says, I went to an art class where the project was to try the art style of original Snow White movie. How did that go? Was it tough? I imagine it was pretty difficult. Those guys were amazing good back then, but Kubo is sick, bro. Dude, we're on the same page. I dig it. Kubo and the True Strings is awesome. You guys are rad, dude. I love that. Lost Brave saying, did Meek rage quit last night? I didn't rage quit. I just was tired. I got fucking worn out. I'll probably try to play more. I'll try to play more Elden Ring probably tomorrow. But yeah, Corpse Bride is good. I've cream pied this bitch for ages and nothing. 2016, bro, that's 14 years ago. Yeah, please don't remind me. Coraline, I've never seen Coraline. It looks awesome, but I've never watched it. I need to watch it. Celebrity Deathmatch is peak claymation. Dude, that was such a good show. No, I could never forget Wallace Gromit. What about the Wensleydale? Dude, I respect anybody that's willing to build a rocket just to go get cheese off the moon. He's like, yo, we're low on cheese. Time to build a fucking rocket and go to the moon so we can get some cheese. That's all we need. I like cheese and crackers to me. No, it's claymation. I got what you're saying, Johnny's, but no, I watched the making of the film. It's claymation. It's the hardest I've worked at any point, but like a true sacrificial hero, that's not gonna stop me now. That's clear. Curse of the Were-Rabbit was really good, dude. That's a rad cover. Yeah, it's really good, dude. And like I said, if you have not seen it, it is so fucking good. Jason and the Argonauts has some great stop motion effects for the time. Yeah, it does. Dude, Jason and the Argonauts was legit. I don't know why we haven't got any good Greek films like that. I will say this. There are a couple stories in Greek mythology and just in human mythology, Mesopotamian mythology and stuff that I would love to adapt as a film. One day I would love to fucking do it. We get the money to do it as an epic verse project, I would love to. I've also like a dream project, and I know I'm gonna say it and somebody probably steal it, but fuck them, I don't care. I really like it is a dream project of mine to one day adapt, regardless of whether you're religious or not. That's not the point. I either want to do a mini series, like a high budget, like Game of Thrones level, like budget mini series, about King David, or I want to do movies, 3 movies, like a trilogy. I would love to do a trilogy of like King David, like David the Shepherd, David the Warrior, and then David the King, and adapt his story. The reason I think it'd be a better mini-series is because there's a lot of characters and moving parts that would be difficult to necessarily portray in a movie. There's like some crazy shit in those stories, like characters in like David's, like when David was a younger man that follow him throughout history, and friends that he had that you hear mentioned when he was younger that become a bigger part of his life when he's a king. And like there's some crazy shit in there too, like, you know, obviously you have David the shepherd, and it's dealing with him and being anointed as king as a child, and then him facing Goliath and killing Goliath and stuff like that, and also him interacting with King Saul and driving away the evil spirits that Saul was tormented by with his music and shit. But then you have like David the Warrior, where he's making a name for himself, and people are like, you know, Saul has killed his thousands, but David's killed his tens of thousands, and him and King Saul trying to kill him and shit, and all the wars that he fought. And there's a part, I think it's before he became king, where like the Bible describes that he fought a fight where he fought so hard that he could not open his hand to let go of his sword. His hand like cleaved to his sword, so like all the blisters and shit popped on his hand, and his hand was like stuck to his fucking sword. Like, dude, that would be such a great movie. And then like the third movie doing the king and dealing with him as a king and shit like that. There was like a whole bunch of stuff in there. Like, you know, when David was too old to fight, he had like men called the Mighty Men, and they fought like fucking giants and shit. There's some really cool rat shit in the Bible, like specifically around King David, that I think has never been adapted correctly, because everybody gets so fucking hung up on David and Goliath that they miss all the other shit in his story. Like dude, for people that like don't know, like there's a whole part of the Bible, like in King David's story, he had a son named Absalom who had like this really long hair, like kind of like mine, but it was actually longer. It went down to his back, and it was like the pride of him that he had all this hair. And one day David had a shit ton of kids, like a ton of kids. And Absalom was close with this guy who David had wronged when he was younger. And this guy basically was in Absalom's ear talking about how bad of a person his dad was. And one day, one of David's children assaulted one of his other children, essayed one of his other children. and David didn't do anything about it and didn't punish him for it. So Absalom got so pissed that he killed like a bunch of David's kids. He went through and like started like waged war against David and like wiped out a bunch of his like progeny because he wanted his dad to have like no legacy left over and shit. And so like they had to like pursue Absalom and find him, and he like on the run, he gets his like fucking hair caught in a tree, and that's how they caught him and they killed him like right then and there. Dude, wild shit that nobody ever talks about because everybody's so hung up on David and Goliath. That could make such a great fucking movie. I got goosebumps. It goes so hard. It's so good, dude. What's up, King Deplorable? Great story too. When did it come out? 2016. So saw it in theaters. I did not see it in theaters. It came out on video, and that's when I saw it. So animation is insane. Stay for the after credits. Yes, dude. It made me cry a little bit too. It was beautiful. Feathers McGraw was the evil penguin. Feathers McGraw, bro. That penguin was so terrifying. Oh my god, that's so good. Watch The Secret of Nim. I've seen The Secret of Nim, dude. I've seen I've seen every Don Bluth film. Secret of Nim scared the shit out of me as a kid, though. The scene with the fucking owl, dude, scared me so fucking bad. I really need a balance, need sleep. Big test tomorrow. Later, I'll stay epic. Thank you so much, Dirty Jersey. Good luck on your test, bro. I hope you absolutely ace it, man. Appreciate you. Expected the budget for a stop motion by Leica Studio for Achromatic Chronicles Blue. They wanted like 14 million. Yeah, that sounds about right, dude. That's wild. That's wild. There's so much African mythology that can be adapted into films. Yeah, it's true. Johnny is for $1.49 says a banana. Thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate you. Epic verse analog horror, please, and I want to help. It's not out of the question. Am I gonna watch Thursday night's main event after your stream? Did chat destroy Beardo? I mean, or Tuesday night's main event? It's pretty good. Yeah, Beardo got roasted pretty hard in the chat. Yeah, today. There's a telenova in Spanish on Moses. Is there really? Interesting. Banana super chat, right? Caroline's based on a book by Neil Gaiman. Bunch of grief about him going around now. Very talented writer. Might know him from The Sandman. I know who Neil Gaiman is. Yeah. The thing is, I think he's a talented writer, but I don't like a lot of his take on modern shit is weird. I just don't like, every time I hear him talk nowadays, it's just, I don't know, justifying like filmmaking changes and stuff, and his work not being properly adapted, and why he's okay with it, and why people shouldn't be upset about it and stuff. So Fordham, Price of Death, Great Russian Claymation, janky as hell, but story. Okay, Fordham, Price of Death, interesting. Jimmy Collins said, I like a bit of cheese. Thank you. Oh boy, do we have stuff to talk about. Yeah, we do. Bro, King David is metal. Yeah, dude, King David was the fucking shit, bro. I read the OT and I felt like the wimpiest dude. I can't fight off lions and bears. Yeah, right? The murder of Uriah and the marriage to Bathsheba. Yeah, dude. You and Lila Hart talk about the Bible? I talk to Lila about the Bible. I really want to do a stream one day with Jay. I would love to do like a stream in general, like with Jay and me, where we like go through the Bible or talk about different stuff and like pick a subject to just like to talk about and kind of dissect in the Bible and stuff, man. It would be awesome. I want to see a real life adaptation of that Family Guy Jesus film. Oh yeah, Passion of the Christ 2. Oh, what is it called? Hold on. What is it called? It's Crucify This. Yeah, Passion of the Christ 2, Crucify This, which is wild because we're actually getting a Passion of the Christ 2. Johnny's for another $1.49 says a hot dog with ketchup. Hot dog sounds really fucking good right now, actually. Your David movie was my JRPG game I did, dude. A JRPG of David, the life of David, would be so rad. Yes, Stinky. Like I said, not out of the question here. Secret of Nim, Watership Down, and Last Unicorn were my childhood favorites. I've never seen The Last Unicorn. I do want to watch it at some point. I've seen The Secret of Nim and I've seen Watership Down, and holy fuck is Watership Down depressing, bro. Dude's a pretentious twat ever since he was part of that documentary that basically just shit on Steve Ditko along with Alan Moore. Yeah, and I think, dude, listen, I know a lot of people have a lot of shit for Alan Moore. I don't think everything he does is amazing, but the dude is a genius when it comes to certain concepts of stories. That's the thing, though. There's so... Boy, oh boy. Mike, Jay, and Melanie Mack will crash in on that stream. I think we can have a good talk, though. Invite Melanie Mack over. Yeah, we could do that. I would talk with Melanie about stuff. I literally sat down with 3 hot dogs. I respect it, dude. Taco dog. Same thing with the chili dog on the taco meat. That sounds really good too. Dude, a fucking chili dog sounds delicious too. Yeah, Troy Baker's a very good voice actor. Yeah, I absolutely agree. The thing is, like, and this is like a story thing. There's no one way to do a story. There's no like right way to do a story. There are absolutely ways to approach storytelling that work. There are proven, time-tested strategies and story structures that work, and there's a lot of different ones. Turd Ferguson, there's nothing more depressing than Plague Dogs. It's one of the most depressing movies I've ever fucking seen, and I've only seen part of it and I couldn't finish it. Plague Dogs is way too sad, bro. But like there are a lot of different ways to approach storytelling. You know, and there's a lot of people that have, you know, you learn how to do the hero's journey, you know, that's such a popular way of doing it. It's all based on study though, and what people have studied and what works for different people. And the problem is, I think sometimes people get really hung up on, and I use like Dan Harmon as an example. He uses the hero's journey a lot for his storytelling techniques, you know, and following that style and that like wheel. But then people get so hung up on that style of filmmaking or storytelling that they go, that's the only way to tell stories. So you can't tell stories any other way. You can't say, you can't do it this way, you can't do it that way. And then you get people clashing and fighting with each other over how they tell stories. Some people are very like stream of consciousness. That's how I write. I'll just sit down, I have a concept for an idea, and I just start typing. And as I type, fucking story comes out, and I just start from the beginning and go all the way to the end. Some people have ideas and they put all the ideas together, and then they write the story to connect all those ideas together. Some people have a concept and they outline it and outline it and outline it and outline it, and they do so many outlines that they slowly put together like a whole story. Everybody has a different way of approaching storytelling, and there's no wrong way to approach storytelling if your goal is to tell a good story and you understand why you're doing what you're doing with storytelling. If you understand why certain storytelling techniques work. It's same with filmmaking. There's a lot of different ways to approach filmmaking. There's a lot of different ways to approach making a movie and making a movie look a certain way or play out a certain way. But you have to understand why movies that are successful. You have to understand what about a movie makes it successful and what audiences are looking for when they watch a movie. And by doing that and taking that into account, taking into what works or what doesn't work, or why something could work, and why inverting an idea or changing an idea or tweaking an idea might be an interesting way to approach storytelling or approach movie making or whatever. You know, it's not about it's not one or the other. It's not about being so traditional in your storytelling techniques that you make a story that's completely by the books based on storytelling based on a storytelling concept. You can also do that, and then it's also not about breaking tradition and writing something that's so anti technique, you know, that you're like, oh, look at that, I'm breaking all the norms and stuff. It's not about just defying expectations. It's about going, I can tell a good story, and this story may actually you know, inverse some of these time-tested traditions, but I understand why they work, and that's why I'm doing the opposite, or that's why I'm changing those things. It's like, you know, but I think a lot of people get hung up on like style, or well, this person does it this way, or well, this is the time-tested tradition of writing a story, or this is the only way to do it correctly, and there is no way of doing it correctly. You just have to approach it and go, okay, I understand why this works. I think this is a really good idea, but I also am going to put that against other stories that have done well or other stories that work, you know, and stuff like that. And then it's also about having people around you or having people that you can trust that are going to give you honest, true feedback on your stories and stuff, that can look at it and understand where you're coming from. Because the worst thing you could ever do is give your story to somebody who's going to go, it doesn't work because it doesn't fit traditional norms, or it doesn't fit the norms. Now, you want somebody to look at it and go, yes, I'm going to give you honest feedback. This is what the story made me feel. This is what I think about. This is what I feel about it. But you never want to like put yourself in a position where you're just letting people give you bad feedback or give you feedback and tell you how to do it their way. It's not about doing it their way. It's about doing it in a way that you think works, and then having the right feedback, people that you know understand where you're coming from and are able to give you honest, true feedback, and not just go, yeah, you're not doing it the way that everybody else does it, so that doesn't work either, you know. It's important to get feedback. It's important to know why people feel the way that they do, but also part of it is knowing, how does the story make you feel? How does this work? How does this make you think about storytelling and address ideas of storytelling? So Crimson just became a channel member. So I have never seen Grave of the Fireflies. I want to avoid it because it looks super depressing. I'm scared to watch that movie. Watership Down fucked me up as a kid. Yeah, I agree. I was talking to my wife about making fettuccine Alfredo pizza. Oh fuck, that sounds so good right now, dude. You guys are making me so hungry. Stop. Be an outlier, yeah. But the bunnies, mama, don't do that. And it outlines the work of my project. A lot of people do. It is fine. Mike uses a typewriter. I don't use a typewriter. Dude, sometimes hold on. I tell me to tell me a story. Batman fighting Spider-Man, and I'll add stuff to it. And AI will give me entertainment for about an hour. Oh, you'll tell AI to tell me a story about Batman versus fighting Spider-Man, and I'll add stuff to it, and AI will give me entertainment for about an hour. That's rad, dude. I like that. Atomic Patriot says, Mike, I would generally love to have a sit down with you, Josiah, and even Rough Night to learn from your writing techniques. I don't know, dude. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I don't know. I just get ideas in my head and I write them down, and I think that they're good, and then if people like them, cool, you know, like Reflection or whatever. I wrote Reflection, you know. Chaz, you know, Rough Night read the script. Josiah read the script. They liked it. They thought it was good. They liked how it played out, so we made it a thing, you know. Blood and Water. I wrote Blood and Water. Came up with that concept. It came up with the idea of, like, you know, Ivar and Trim and everything like that, you know. And I thought it worked, and Josiah liked it, and Chaz liked it, you know, and Josiah helped me finish that and flesh that script out a bit more than into what it is now, you know. I mean, like, so that's the thing, like, you know, I don't know that I could give you like an answer for what my technique is, but I mean, I'm always down to sit down and talk to people about story, and talk to people about story ideas and storytelling approaching storytelling. So Apollo Monopoly says, me and Beardo's chat, lock it in, let's fucking go. Me and every other chat. Beardo fills his bidet with Miracle Whip. That's wild, dude. Just tell the story how you feel it needs to be told. As long as it feels whole and delivers on what it's set out to be, it'll be awesome. Yeah, and you just also have to understand too how to, because the thing is, like, there's a lot of people, and this is not to be a criticism. If it was easy, everybody could do it. Some people, and it's very common, somebody will go, yo, I have an idea for a story. They'll write it, and they'll go, oh my God, I love this story. This is exactly what I've always wanted in a story. And then they're really excited about it. And then they take it to people and they go, yo, what do you think about this story? Or, oh my God, do you think this is great? Isn't this the best thing ever? And then somebody will look at it and they'll go, I don't really get it, or I don't really like it. And they get really upset. And, you know, you have to go like, okay, well, why didn't you like it? You know, what is it about the story that you didn't like? You have to be willing to, and people use the term like kill your baby, which is like a pretty heinous sounding term, but like, you have to be willing to take a concept or a story concept that you have, or something that you like and appreciate that you've written, and you have to let people be willing to tear it apart. The difference is, like I said, the feedback. If the feedback is only, well, that's not how you do storytelling, that's not correct structure, or, well, you know, you didn't follow the hero's journey correctly. It's like the idea of, like, in film and movies, a lot of producers have read this book called Save the Cat, and so they expect every single script to follow the structure of Save the Cat. Is there anything wrong with following the structure of Save the Cat? No. But is there something wrong with every single movie that exists having to follow some kind of structure of Save the Cat and utilize those terms and have those kind of story beats? Yes. That stifles creativity, because there's not one way to write a story, you know? But you also have to be willing to receive feedback on that story and hear why it doesn't work or why it does work, or be able to explain why something, maybe why you made some of the choices that you did. Because you write a story and you can't explain why it is the way that it is, well, then, like, that's not a really good story. You know, I have people approach me with ideas for stories, and I go, okay, well, what about this? Or why did you do it this way? Or do this way? They're like, I don't know, I just thought this was cool. Or, you know, I just did this because I thought it was fun, or whatever. It's like, okay, well, that's not necessarily like the best idea. Now, like, a concept or a story can be created or come up with or be conceived because you thought it was cool. But I thought it was cool should not be the only reason why you did something in a story. So, one of my worst fears is telling a story where I have no honest feedback. Yeah, 100%, man. Atomic Patriot says beard on moment. I don't know. Turo C says, yeah, I unintentionally traumatized my dad with Grave of the Fireflies. Thinks every anime is depressing like that one. Oh no, bro. If that's how you start out anime, yeah, I'd be terrified of anime too. Justin the Rhino, but before the hot dogs, the wife made me 2 meatball mini subs with provolone cheese, melted on top with ranch dressing. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Atomic Patriot says, Mike, I'm also an idiot. Hell yeah. Z Highness says, Technique. That's wild, dude. Oh, Mike, give me the NDA. You talk to the Rough Knight. We'll get you an NDA. Jose Taco says, I made tamales for the first time last year. It was great, dude. Tamales sound fucking good too. I used to have a buddy of mine back in the day, and yeah, his mom and his family, like he had family that lived in like Texas and Mexico. Like his whole family would get together. They come all the way up to Michigan every year, and they would spend like a couple days. He was like, yeah, this is like it's gonna be like whatever, and they'd make just a ton of fucking tamales, and he would always have me over. They'd always have us over, like, you know, for make meals and just stuff us full of tamales, bro. Oh my gosh, it was so good. You can't always hit the bullseye. You won't always hit the bullseye. It just happens, man. Unfortunately, not every story you write will be a banger. Some stories will just suck, and that's okay. It's better to write a story that sucks and figure out why it sucked and then get better as a writer. I'm not gonna always write bangers. I'm not a perfect writer. So, Rough Night, give me the NDA. My first anime was Mysterious Girlfriend X. Don't look it up. It's wild. I'll maybe avoid that. So, Justin Rhino says, personally, I enjoy stories about anti-heroes because hero stories are so boring and overused. Yeah, you have to do them right. I think we haven't got any good hero stories in a long time. Anime is one of the few doing... Can I have an NDA too? I can't do anything, but I like to sign things. Maybe. You guys didn't have to sign an NDA just to chat? No. Well, I mean, I have to sign an NDA if we're talking about concepts and ideas or like story ideas and stuff. I'm working on my final draft for my project. I'm feeling good about it, but I hope to receive honest feedback. Well, hell yeah, man. Keep at it, bro. Better to get it done and do it than not do it. A lot of people just don't finish their projects or whatever. Like, it's good. Or they write one project, they get feedback, and maybe it's not good. Maybe they get a lot of criticism about it, and then they get discouraged, and then they never write again. That's not good either. That's a brittle spirit. You weren't really serious about writing in the first place, though. Yeah, there's not a lot of good hero stories. There's some really good hero stories in anime. It's why some of the shonens work. Like Goku's not an anti-hero. Goku is a hero story. That is why Dragon Ball Z resonates with so many people. You know, My Hero Academia is a hero story. It is not an anti-hero story. It's why it works. There's also good anti-hero stories too, though. Rough Night says, you get an NDA and you get an NDA. Everybody gets an NDA. Look under your seats. It's an NDA, right? Turd Ferguson says, sign here. This means I own 50% of everything you have. I'm not going to do that. No. But we sign NDAs to make sure that if we talk about projects, people don't go sharing those projects or go telling everybody about it. So, all right, y'all. I would cut it off at about 2 hours, but Lady Epic is not feeling great. So I need to go relieve her of duty so I can go take over and watch my kid. Like I said, tomorrow I'm planning to play more Elden Ring in the evening. So we're gonna go check. We're gonna play more of that. Yes, I'm gonna fight Mesmer more. Yes, I'm gonna get my shit kicked in. Yes, I'm gonna be super depressed. But we're also gonna kill Mesmer, and then I'll feel better about myself. I feel like super happy and like my whole life has meaning again. So we're gonna go check that out. My Hero Academia makes the hero become the villain. I don't think so. I don't think Deku ever becomes a villain, but I have played The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is great. So yeah. It's the Epic versus Oprah. No, that's Rough Night. Rough Night's that. So guys, no, thank you so much for hanging out. It was another fun Tuesday night cooldown. We'll do another one next week. We'll see how long it lasts. You know, we'll just keep doing them. Have a good time. Tomorrow, let's plan on in the evening, maybe around like 7 or 8 o'clock. We'll plan on doing an Elden Ring stream, an Elden Cheek stream. We'll rock that. Thursday, I'll do a stream during the day. Most likely, and then we'll be doing the Epic verse Unchained in the evening. Friday, Sneak Meek 3. Snake Eater. Meek Eater. That's what we're gonna call it. Sneak Meek 3. Meek Eater. We're gonna have a good time with it. I'm gonna try to get this the final touches on this Sneak Meek merch. Make sure it looks like I want it to, and make sure I have the right company working, or that I approached the right company about the merch and stuff. So we'll work on it, guys. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much for watching. Go check out Geeks and Gamers Play. Go check out Fear the Beardo. Go check out Drunk 3PO's Basement. They're all playing a Fortnite right now. Kick, go check them out as well. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you all later. See ya.